Switch to Martin. Alquita.
That's it long range. He's got it. This first in a Loyal jersey. 1-0 San Diego.
Stadium in San Diego. It has been a sellout the last few days. Loyal SC ready to kick off this season.
Drew actually got a hand on it, and this one will go high and up and in. One more time.
Torero Stadium in San Diego. Professional soccer has finally arrived.
And with that, welcome into Torero Stadium. It's Matchday Live, San Diego Loyals pre- and post-match show, YouTube, Facebook. You can find us all over. He's Darren Smith. I'm Jordan Caruth. Welcome to sunny San Diego. It's a little warm today, a little bit of a different setup for us. Day game on a Sunday. USD is a very busy campus, and we're going to definitely take note of that going forward for the rest of the season. But here we are. Welcome in Matchday Live. Very excited to be here, Darren. Good to see you.
It's great to be here. Matchday Live was definitely built for nighttime broadcasts as the sun was setting, much more so than daytime. So forgive us if we look a little shady wearing the sunglasses here, but it is a gorgeous afternoon. Temperatures hovering around 78, 79, 80, somewhere in that range. Not the normal breeze that we've come to expect here at Torero Stadium, but the place looks spectacular. And Jordan, welcome to September.
Yes.
We are 4 months into this 2021 season now. We've got 2 months remaining, and it starts here Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. However it is that you're celebrating, whether you're making your way out here to Torero Stadium or whether you're just chilling in the backyard or whatever your situation is. Thanks for making us part of it. Labor Day weekend here at Torero Stadium. Let's get it going coming up at 3 o'clock.
Absolutely. Today's Matchday Live sponsor is Sprouts Farmers Market. Let's get into it. This is an exciting time for San Diego as we roll into September and October. That's it. That's the schedule. And then the postseason after that. San Diego are in a good spot to find themselves in a postseason. And the way that they can find themselves in that spot by the end of this is by having a very good September and a very good October. They're playing a lot of teams in their division, all but one. So this is the time for San Diego. The roster looks different. They continue to make changes as we go down the stretch. It's an important stretch for SD.
Yeah, and I think, Jordan, what we're starting to see when you look at the table also is you're starting to see a little bit of separation, right? There are two goals here. It's to finish as high as possible, but it's also to finish in the top four. The first priority is finish in the top four. That puts you in the postseason for the 2021 USL Championship season. Right now, San Diego Loyals got to feel pretty good about itself sitting on 30 points. We have live table action happening between Phoenix and Tacoma right now.
Live table?
Live table, baby. We got Phoenix currently up 2-1 in Tacoma, something worth paying attention to, sitting on 44 points. But by the end of our night, by the end of our day, I should say, because the sun probably won't even be down by the time we sign off here on Matchday Live, Loyal could be in second, third, or fourth. The good news is that's regardless of result. That is either win, lose, or draw. Finishing second, third, fourth are all possibilities here today. So it's important to keep separation from the clubs that are behind you that are outside of the top four, but also it's getting really competitive between 2, 3, and 4. Orange County on 31 points, Loyal and Tacoma both sitting on 30.
Yeah, 2, 3, and 4, very competitive. There's also a team in this division that a lot of teams, or a lot of people around the league are starting to pay attention to, and that is Oakland. Oakland, a team that you don't find in a playoff spot right now, but if you actually went to the league's website this morning, you can look at their power rankings, and they say that Oakland is the second best team, only behind Phoenix in the Pacific. I don't know if that is just recency bias or if that is a collection of things they've done for the entire season. I'm guessing it just has something to do with the run that they've been on. But it isn't just a shut door case for the current top four. It looks like there is still some wiggle room for a team currently on the outside that could find themselves on the inside by the end of the year.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of recency bias as well, but as you started looking at the schedule, since this is match day 22, 11 more to go, including this afternoon's game against LA Galaxy 2, you sort of fell into the trap of saying, well, 3 against Oakland. You know, you of course sign up for that, except now here come results from Oakland, including one against Phoenix, including one against Tacoma, which Loyal wasn't able to do either. So, now you look at it a little bit differently here. I don't know that I'm that convinced yet that they're the second best team or second most dangerous team in the Pacific Division. But it does make you think twice about it. Those aren't going to be layups. Those aren't going to be an automatic 9 points. Not that anything is an automatic 9 points with the frequency with which you play inside of the Pacific Division. But yeah, that was interesting when you pointed that out to me earlier today. It makes you think twice about those matchups just being clearly in favor of SD Loyal.
Yeah, you see the standings on your screen right now. Phoenix clearly on top. They have a 99% chance of making the postseason. A pretty good chance there for them. Orange County, 82% chance at the moment to make the postseason. Tacoma, 67. San Diego, 84. The second best percentage in the Pacific. So they're in a good spot, but they have to perform in September. Darren brings up those 6-point swing games. There's a lot of them on the schedule, and so that's very impactful. If they go on a losing streak during this month or next, they could easily find themselves on the outside looking in when it comes to the postseason. Obviously, we're not hoping for that. And playing today against LA, this is a team, Darren, that they've had a lot of success against lately.
A lot of success in 2021. 2 matches against Los Dos, 6 points. 3 points here at Torero Stadium. 2-1 Guido Berry, remember Miguel Berry?
I do.
Who's now on SportsCenter, having family reunions, which is just amazing to watch. And then at Galaxy in Carson, 2-0 victory away. Corey Herzog bombed one in from midfield, and Tumi Moshobani, Tumi time, struck for Loyal when they were in Carson. So yeah, it's been good results all in all. 3 wins, a draw, and a loss. That's all time here in season number 2. But we get LA Galaxy and some familiar names, I'm sure, a little bit of familiarity. We were told actually that LA Galaxy is sending about 60 fans down. They're currently en route here to Torero Stadium in Linda Vista on Labor Day weekend. So we're gonna have a little bit of visiting fan noise out there, which always adds a fun element to any given match here at Torero.
Locals will remember this earlier this year when San Diego played in LA. They attempted to organize a trip to go up there. They were told, no, sorry, we're not taking fans. That's been the case for Los Dos this season. So the supporters who are coming down from Los Angeles today, this is really their only opportunity to see their team, clearly rooting for LA Galaxy at the MLS level. But if they're showing up to Los Dos matches, this is the only chance that they're going to have during the season because they are not welcome at the home stadium. They're not welcoming in fans. So if you want to see them play, you got to hop on the 5. You got to come south to Torero.
Now, here's going to be an interesting dynamic in play. And I'm sure when we get to our Pick the Kick standings, I'm pretty much going to guarantee, and yes, I've already seen them, but even before everybody made their official picks, which we'll share with you coming up in segment number 3 of Matchday Live, you're going to see Augie Williams' name there. Jordan and I certainly jumped on that last week. We each picked up 6 points as Augie Williams bagged a brace against Sacramento. But LA Galaxy fans, Jordan, also coming down here to root for Los Dos, also to see Augie Williams, who's on loan from the Galaxy. So that might present a very interesting dynamic for Augie if he scores in front of the supporters group, because he might have locals and Chavos celebrating whatever it is he does, and then he also might have supporters from the LA Galaxy driving down from Carson who are like, well, I guess that's kind of good news. If anybody's got to score against us, it might as well be one of our own.
Right. It might as well be Augie Williams, and hopefully he scores a little bit later on. Looking around the scoreboard, Darren brought it up. Tacoma and Phoenix, they are already underway. Tacoma and Phoenix going to play 3 times, including today, 3 times before the end of the season. So that is a matchup we're going to see a lot.
Give me 3 draws there.
Phoenix is done with their out of conference. So every single match that Phoenix has left on their schedule, it is in the Pacific. So that's important. San Diego and LA, we kick off at 3 o'clock. San Diego, ever since they found themselves with a playoff spot, they haven't let go of it. They haven't dropped below that line. Once they secured grabbing or jumping above that line, they haven't gone back below. So that's good news as well. Vegas and Sacramento a little bit later on tonight. That's in Vegas. That one kicks off at 7. Las Vegas is really coming into form as the worst team in this division. That's where they stand. Their last place. Oakland has jumped in. Oakland is on a good run. We'll see what kind of run they can continue the rest of the month, because that's a team that we will see face San Diego a few times.
And you're right about Vegas too. Vegas is not only not picking up results, but they're also allowing in just a ton of goals. So you want to get right. You love seeing Las Vegas Lights there as one of the fixtures right ahead, because they have given up the most goals in the USL Championship. So nice to see that. That's what we sort of thought Oakland was going to represent here, but that's definitely Vegas. That is definitely Steve Cherundolo's crew.
That is what's happened here lately. This Tacos for the Win promotion is brought to you by Rubio's Coastal Grill. If San Diego Loyal win today's match, fans going to receive 1 free a la carte taco from Rubio's. You just have to use the coupon code SDLoyal online, rubios.com, or in the Rubio's app. Use that tomorrow, September 6th. Get a free taco if San Diego win today.
Hey, can we shout out all the hard work? And this might be an opportunity for us to continue Matchday Live's tradition of celebrating each and every time that we get a chance to be here at Torero Stadium with fans. Matchday Live is always a celebration, but can we celebrate all the people that were working really, really hard? Here, for the very first time, we had the University of San Diego Torero football team play a Saturday game, and then Loyal is playing on Sunday. For anybody wondering, what's the deal with the Sunday afternoons? Why are there now 4 of them between now and the end of the regular season? It's because, well, this is a college campus, and last year with COVID, football season was interrupted. So we never had that dynamic where we would have back-to-back. Man, led by interim president Ricardo Campos and so many others, just getting this field ready, Jordan, to be available, to be in as good a condition as could be expected for this afternoon's game. Credit to those who worked so hard to make this thing happen here today.
No doubt about that. We did see interim president Ricardo Campos out here spraying down the field, getting ready. All the football lines you would see, the hash marks, they are painted Tory green today, so hopefully they're blending in quite nicely.
It looks good. I mean, the field does, now we'll see what it looks like at the end of September and into October, but I mean, at least for one game where we really haven't had this experience at all, with an actual football game followed by a football match, then I would say we're passing all tests with flying colors.
No doubt about that.
My president leads from the front.
We will take our first time out. When we come back, we'll get you the starting 11. Someone making their debut today for San Diego. We'll tell you who. We'll break down the starting 11 when we come back.
Your summer starts here. With big savings on a new Toyota, you can go out and do all the things that make summer the best time of the year. But don't miss out on all the fun. See your Toyota dealer and catch a great deal today.
Right now, drive home a stylish new Corolla with a low $199 a month lease. Or you can save big with $1,500 factory cash back.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Chosen Foods, we are inspired by the vibrant culinary lifestyle of the Baja Med and, of course, by avocados. From our flagship avocado oil to our family of dressings, mayos, simmer sauces, and guacamoles, the versatility of all Chosen Foods avocado-based products offer you the freedom to be both healthy and creative in the kitchen. Join us in the sun-drenched utopia of Chosen Foods, the avocado. Celebrate it.
During this pandemic, many families are worried about visiting healthcare facilities. I'm Dr. Gail Knight, Rady Children's Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer. I'd like to share with you the advice that I give my own family and friends. The best thing that you can do to keep your child healthy is to continue to keep routine appointments like vaccinations and regular checkups. This keeps you, your child, and our community as protected as possible. We are always open, we are here for you, and we are safe.
It's time to get moving with the financial partner that's here for your journey. From small steps to big milestones, USE Credit Union is here for you. With tools to help you bank fast, solutions to help you go far, and a team of dream makers that's ready to help you step forward with confidence. USE Credit Union.
Welcome back to Matchday Live from Torero Stadium. He's Darren Smith. I'm Jordan Caruth. Sunny San Diego is where we're broadcasting from today. 3 o'clock kickoff between Los Dos and San Diego. It's a matchup that we've seen this year go San Diego's favor a couple times. Hopefully that continues today. We teased the starting 11 coming into this segment. The starting 11 was released right before we hit the airwaves. It's a very good starting 11. This is a starting 11 today, Darren, that is championship worthy, if you ask me. There's a lot of talent, and we get to see someone making his debut today.
He ain't lying, everybody. That isn't hyperbole coming off because we're on Matchday Live. here with SD Loyal. This is one to get excited about, and I'm with you, Jordan. I couldn't wait to see Augustine Williams back, and we get a chance to see him now in person here at Torero Stadium. And then on top, we're going to see the debut of Douglas Martinez Jr. The 24-year-old Honduran will debut in the starting 11. He becomes the 19th different SD Loyal player to debut here in 2020, a stat that I absolutely love. That said, asked Landon Donovan about him earlier today. Give us a quick little scouting report. Experienced, powerful, very, very good finisher, fast, integrated really well with the group. The guys love him. That comes from the gaffer himself, Landon Donovan. And Jordan, I think it speaks to something also. SD Loyal, and people have asked me, how is it that they keep cycling through so many players? How is it that they get Augustine Williams in here? How is it that they get Douglas Martinez in here? How is it that they're constantly asking? Even center back who debuted last week for Loyal, different players out there on loan. Because that's how the club operates. The club has had so much success in so many different statistical categories in the attack in terms of crossing, in terms of passing. They have more passes completed than any other squad in the USL Championship, but their finishing has been mediocre, to say the very least. So not a finished product. This group isn't going to rest until it is. They feel great with Corey Herzog now being able to play behind Augustine Williams, behind Douglas Martinez. So I'm with you. This is exciting. I don't know that we've ever seen this much true firepower out there on the pitch for SD Loyal, as we will see this afternoon starting at 3 o'clock.
I don't feel like I know Douglas Martinez very well at all. We know the announcement came. We've been waiting for him to actually be able to play. Today is that day we finally get to see Douglas Martinez, but who is he? He's someone that we got to know a little bit. Earlier this year, he scored against San Diego. That was interesting. So scores against Loyal. Loyal go out and sign him. I like that strategy. He's someone that has played a little bit more than 50 minutes in MLS so far this year. He has a few goals at the USL level this year. He was scoring against LA Galaxy, not Los Dos. He was scoring against Galaxy last year, and he does have some other impressive goals. He scored against Phoenix in the past. He's made a playoff run at USL before scoring goals during that run against teams San Diego could play in the postseason this year. He is someone who comes in, Darren, who San Diego hopes will score goals. He hopes to help fill the void that was left when a player like Miguel Berry left earlier this season.
Yeah, 17 goals a couple of years ago, 2019 for Real Monarchs. Jack Blake knows a thing or two about that squad. They both were on that squad, the squad that hoisted the USL Cup. So, yeah, I mean, when you think about who's in the starting 11, as you were able to see, and then you also think about what sort of power you have coming off the bench. Tumi Moshabani, who's having a breakout season here for Tumi with 7 goals. He's going to come in off the bench here a little later on today. Also great to see Colin Martin in the 18 and available for the first time. Colin is available in 6 or 7 matches, so he's been dealing with an injury. He's back into form, so we should expect to see Colin. But Jordan, you're right. I mean, think about how competitive this is now when we're looking at a squad where Tumi Moshabani is going to be coming in off the bench. You know a thing or two about watching Tumi score in bunches. Tumi time times 2 was coined by this fella here, watching what happened just a couple of matches ago. So yeah, I'm with you. This has a championship caliber feel. Fingers crossed, like we want the best for these players, but fingers crossed, like we get used to them here. Like we see them for a while playing since they are on loan from MLS squads.
No doubt about that. No Callum Montgomery today, no Jack Metcalf today, no Trey Muse. That news was announced earlier this week. He has a fractured finger. That happened a few weeks ago. That happened on I believe the 15th or 16th. No, it was August 18th. It was the Wednesday night match, the 5-1 against Las Vegas, when he dove to his right, hit the goalpost, fractured his finger on the play. Finished the match, by the way, but is unavailable now because of the fractured finger. Trey Muse unavailable, and San Diego did make an addition to the roster when it comes to goalkeepers as well this week. So there's been a lot of change, and those are the few players that are unavailable. We have to take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll get everyone ready for kickoff. Pick-to-kick standings, pick-to-kick selections coming up. Before we do take a timeout, I want to remind everyone that the newest SD Loyal gear is in Mission Valley right now. That includes kits, the Adidas collection, and some unique designs you're not going to be able to find anywhere else. Darren was there earlier this week. You can shop online today at the shop.sdloyal.com, or you can visit the shop in Mission Valley, just like Darren.
How about that? How about the green gargoyle keeper kits, which were released for the very first time Thursday afternoon this past week? Sold out, Jordan, in 45 minutes.
How about that?
Amazing. And I could understand why. I would say I was fully expecting us to be wearing these green keeper kits here on set today for Matchday Live. I don't know I don't know what the story is.
I blame Nick Miranda.
Nick Miranda, that's a good choice. That's a good person to blame.
Thank you. I blame Nick Miranda. I do, before we take a timeout, did you see what happened with Loyal Select a little bit earlier? A 2-0 win for the Academy team for San Diego. They were taking on El Paso's Academy team. 2-0, CJ Fodry scored. Xavi scored as well for San Diego. A clean sheet. We don't talk a lot about Loyal Select on Matchday Live. We do bring them up, and today is definitely one of those days where we're going to bring them up. CJ Fodry, who scored for Loyal a couple weeks ago, continuing to score. And congrats to Fodry, who announced that he will be playing for San Diego State. The San Diegan, future Aztec, playing for San Diego Loyal already. It's Mr. San Diego when it comes to soccer.
That's what it's all about. I mean, that's what having a youth academy is all about, is creating a pathway for local players here in San Diego. Yes, the priority is what's happening on the pitch later on today and for the remaining matches and hopefully into the postseason. But it's also about what you're doing here locally in your community, not just for really, really good causes like the Chicano Federation and everything else that Loyal's involved with, Brady Children's Hospital, but it's also creating a pathway because we know how deep the talent is, soccer talent here in our binational region, in San Diego, on the other side of the border. So yeah, I think it's just great to see another success story here with CJ Fodry, and I guarantee you there's many more to come on that front.
No doubt about that. We'll take our final timeout. We'll get to the pick to kick when we come back.
It starts off with a little seed. And with a little love from nature, it sprouts to life. And when delicious fresh fruits and veggies are perfect, they are rushed to the home of fresh. Sprouts, where goodness grows.
Want a perfect pair of sunglasses for your every occasion? Hit up the Knockaround Custom Shop. With over 1 million possible combinations, why not get a pair for every you? 8 a.m. I need a coffee you. Clocking a few miles you. Game day you. Happy camper you. Fun in the sun you. On the slopes you. Dog days you. Happy hour you. Si se puede you. The Knockaround Custom Shop. You design them, we build them.
I'm not even sure what's happening here, and I know it's fast, but I'm in love with you. We're gonna be together forevs, and I'm gonna keep you looking good, boo. That's why I got you unlimited washes. That's right, we're gonna binge wash, babe. Commit to your car. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back to Matchday Live from Torero Stadium. We're figuring out who's going to pop champagne as the tradition continues. That's going to be answered here in a matter of moments. It is time now for the pick to kick. Pick to kick, here we go. Here are the standings for your pick to kick. Darren running away with it. He has 27 points. Had a really good week last week in Sacramento, as did I. I'm in second place all of a sudden, up to 19. That's great news for me and me alone. Shannon is in third, Chavo's in fourth, Cronin in fifth. Locals struggling this year. Hopefully they can get things going today. They have 9. I'll give you the local selection to start. They're going with Toomey time. They think Toomey is going to be able to score for San Diego. If Toomey does, that's great news for the locals because they're the only one who will ride with Toomey today. So if he scores, they're getting all the points.
That's all it takes. You know, it takes one really, really tight match. All of a sudden, here comes one player off the bench. He bangs in a brace. Boom. All of a sudden, you're right back smack dab in the middle of it. That's what goes on around here. Jordan, you're going with who?
I'm going with the guy that got us a bunch of points last week.
Okay, he's going to ride Augie Williams again. Hopefully, if we get Augie back over here this time, we can actually introduce ourselves properly. Jordan, up on top, and I love some newcomers, as I said. I'm going to go with Douglas Martinez. Douglas Martinez, who is debuting here for San Diego Loyal. He will be wearing the number 27. We had a chance to watch him warm it up. 6 feet tall, pretty lean, very athletic, tons of pace, huge right leg, good in the air. We'll see. I have a feeling, who doesn't want to make a great first impression?
Yeah.
But I like the Augustine Williams pick as well,
I think it's a good
playing
one.
in front of about 60 Galaxy fans who made the bus trip down here from Carson, California.
Antonio, can you pop the bottle of champagne for us? Yes. Just keep, yes. ¿Por qué? No, come on. Just set up the camera. We need you to do, you're actually telling us no. You can't be the first person to say no. What do you mean no?
Man, that's bad.
Fine.
Oh,
That is
bad
really
energy.
bad. Antonio,
Jesse.
we can't forget this moment. There's no going back. You'll never be asked to do this again if you say no.
Antonio.
All right, thank you. I was about to tell you it was really rude of what you were doing. Come right here. This is Antonio. He's behind the scenes.
Antonio.
He's operating
He's the
the
director.
multiple cameras. Holy cow, Antonio.
Oh,
It's ready.
He just beat Shannon's record.
that is the record.
That wasn't
so far
even
this
close. He took out a security guard.
Oh man, I didn't even.
There's
is
a
that one
security
landed
guard
yet?
looking for Antonio right
Looked
now.
like a Fernando Tatis Jr. home run.
Wow. That was interesting. I did not expect that.
Matchday Live.
You know, when he
It
was
a
saying
celebration.
no to that, I thought it was because he couldn't open a bottle of champagne or something.
Thought maybe getting a little stage fright, a little concerned that he would have to do this live and
I
perform.
love
on
that he
camera.
just like ran over, knocked it out of the park, and then just moved back to his job real fast. How about that? That was good.
One of our better ones.
One of. Cheers.
Yeah.
Thank you, Antonio. Cheers to you. All right. I'm excited to see Douglas Martinez. I'm excited to see what he can bring to San Diego. I'm excited to see Augie potentially score a few against his former team. It's tough. We're talking about the pick to kick who's going to score for San Diego. It's really getting to a point where it's difficult to select who you want. Toomey is a selection from the locals. They're the only one to take him.
It's a great
No
pick.
one would be shocked. He's the leading scorer for San Diego. I think it's a really good pick. So there's a lot of different players all of a sudden you can take, and you have a pretty good chance.
Yeah, by the way, how about Alejandro Guido, the number 10, being back in the starting 11 for the first time in 4 matches? That's another good pick as well. So, hey, I'm just going with newcomers here because it's fun, it's exciting. I'm going to be paying more attention to them anyway. But there doesn't seem to be many bad picks. And then all of a sudden, Miguel Ibarra, Corey Herzog playing in behind some of these guys out there on the front.
Right.
You know, he's able to clean up a bunch of shots. But Jordan, I still think it's the best part about all these additions is just adding into what Loyal had already done successfully all season long. With possession, with the amount of passes, with the amount of crosses. Now you've got players who are going to put it out there on target and create a ton of pressure on opposing defenses. And this is a good place to start tonight too, because LA Galaxy has allowed 38 goals. Only 4 clubs have allowed more than Galaxy, so this feels like a really good opportunity here. Under warm conditions, sunny skies, to put a couple of past the goalkeeper. We didn't even see their starting 11, by the way. Is it Klinsmann in net?
It's a good question. We'll look that up in the final 60 seconds of our show. Locals are here. Chavos
Klinsmann?
are here. You can hear them. I can hear LA's fans. I don't want to build them up too much because they're not as loud as San Diego fans, but I heard them when they rolled in.
Yeah.
This is a fan base that hasn't been able to watch their club all season, and now they get to come down and watch them for the first time. They're probably going to be very loud for the entire 90. I don't know how much of an impact they're going to make, but I think they're going to be quite loud. So
Well, they don't get a chance to watch this
you don't
club.
get the opportunity. This is your
I mean,
moment.
They literally cannot watch their club. They play Los Dos matches in Carson at Dignity Health Sports Park behind closed doors.
Right.
So, like, there is no opportunity but for this to go to Orange County or to come down here to San Diego, which who wouldn't want to do that on a holiday weekend under normal circuit? We're used to LA fans doing that down here.
Right.
So hopefully it's the same old standard. They go hit the 5 freeway disappointed as usual.
It's time for us to say goodbye. Before we say goodbye, I do want to say or give a special shout out to Teacher Tom. Speaking of the locals, Teacher Tom, a huge, huge presence. Matchday Live, this champagne, toasted to you, Teacher Tom. You are definitely in our thoughts today.
Yes.
We can't wait to see you at Torero Stadium very, very soon. Cheers to you, my friend. We love you. I almost said the F word here on Matchday Live. We love you. I almost added another word, but you know what I wanted to say there, Tom. That's that. That's it. We have one more sponsor read. Let's do this on our way out, Darren. Loyal fans, you can download the free Yuta app. Play the San Diego Loyal prediction game. My prediction's 3-1 San Diego, by the way. A new game available for each remaining Loyal match. You can win great prizes. You can also find the Loyal prediction game in the contest section at the bottom of the Yuta app. it's about time for kickoff.
I hear Nate Alvarez, he's getting the crowd worked up into a frenzy here. I like this. It's warm, but a nice 3 o'clock Labor Day weekend afternoon affair at Torero Stadium. Should be fun. Your view, ESPN Plus, Azteca America 33.
Yes, enjoy Jack Cronin, Shannon McMillan on the call. We'll see you post